Yes, here Akhil Srivastava teaching you maths of class 9th. Chapter 8, Quadrilateral. Exercise 8.1 I have finished in 5 questions. Now you will see the question number 6. Diagonal of AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisect angle A. Given AC bisect angle A of parallelogram ABCD. Parallelogram is given. Parallelogram is given and your question is saying that this is equal to this angle A. AC bisect angle A, it is given. There was the figure also given in the book. But examination it is not necessary. In figure is not written. Show that first one to prove. First it bisect angle C also. And the second one, second proof you want, ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. You want to prove. Simply, very simple question. Proof. Here, C, it bisect angle C. How will you prove? It is very simply you can see ABCD is a parallelogram. Angle 1, angle 2. Here is angle 3 and here is angle 4. Because AC bisects first part angle A, so angle 1 is equal to angle 2. AB is parallel to CD, therefore angle 1 it is a equation first. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3, equation 2, alternate interior angles. This is a transversal. AD is parallel to BC, so angle 2 is equal to angle 4. It is equation 3 because of alternate interior angles. By first, second and third, what are you getting? 1 equal to 3, 2 equal to 4, therefore angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So AC also bisects angle C. Hence proved. Second part. You want to prove it is a rhombus. Because angle 2 is equal to angle 4 by third equation. You have already proved alternate. Angle 2 is equal to angle 1 because of first equation. Because of equation 1. 1 equal to 2. So, therefore 2 is equal to 4 and 2 is equal to 1. So, angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Therefore, AB is equal to BC. Opposite sides of equal angle in triangle ABC. AB is equal to BC you are getting. So, parallelogram ABCD is a rhombus. Why it is a rhombus? Reason. If adjacent side of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rhombus. Reason, here you write, if adjacent side of a parallelogram is equal, then it is a rhombus. Clear? So very easily you can get it is a rhombus, hence proved. There is no congruency, nothing. Directly you are getting. Question number 7. Question number 7 of this, we'll see question number 7 of exercise 8.1, which is given. But any question you want to prove, you will see that what you are going to write. ABCD is a rhombus so that diagonal AC bisect A as well as C. ABCD rhombus ABCD. To prove AC bisects angle A and angle C. And what is given? Diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. You want to prove. Rhombus is given. It is a rhombus. What is the property of rhombus? A, B, C, D. What is the property of rhombus? Diagonal AC you want to bisect angle A as well as angle C. But it is your duty that you will prove what is going to ask. How will you prove it? It is given ABCD. You want to prove this easily. What is this? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. AB is equal to BC. Why? Sides of rhombus. AB is equal to BC are the sides of rhombus. Therefore, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Why? Opposite angle of equal side. It is the equation first. Because AD is parallel to BC. Why? Sides of rhombus are parallel. Sides of rhombus, opposite sides of rhombus are parallel. So AD is parallel to BC, so angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Equation second. Why? Alternate interior angles by diagonal AC. So by first and second, what are you getting? By first and second, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Because 1 is equal to 3 as well as 2 is equal to 3. 1 equal to 3, 2 equal to 3. So AC bisects angle A. AC bisects angle A. Angle 1 is equal to 4. First one part is over. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Why? Alternate interior angles. 1 is equal to 4 alternate interior angles by AB parallel to CD. And 1 is equal to, you want to get 1 is equal to 3. Given by 1 equal to 3. By first I have proved. So angle 3 is equal to angle 4. By these two, 1 4 and 1 3. 1 is equal to 4, 1 is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to 4. So AC bisects angle C also. Similarly, you write down similarly, no need to prove. Similarly, BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Hence proved. Hence proved. Very simply you are getting angle B 6. Next, question number 7. 7 is over. Question number 8. ABCD is a rectangle. Question number 8 is given. ABCD is a rectangle. What is given? ABCD is a rectangle, and rectangle properties you just recall. ABCD is a rectangle in which the diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. What is given? Question number 8. Rectangle ABCD. AC bisects angle A and angle C. To prove ABCD is square, first part. Second part, diagonal BD bisects angle B and angle D. So, square you want, ABCD is a square, you want to prove a square, you draw a square. But don't write it is a square in the beginning. ABCD. AC by ABCD, AC bisects angle A and C. Proof. First part. Simply you prove. In the first part, what will you do? Angle, it is a rectangle. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, it is given. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because AC bisects angle A. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3 because AD is parallel to BC, alternate interior angles. 2 is equal to 3. Therefore, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. So, AB is equal to BC. Opposite side of equal angles in triangle ABC. If the opposite sides equal, therefore rectangle ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. Therefore rectangle ABCD is a square. Reason: adjacent sides of rectangle equal, adjacent sides of rectangle equal, then it is square. That you know. Adjacent side of rectangle equal, then it is a square. So second part, it is the first part over. Second part, be diagonal. So diagonals of a square bisect because ABCD is square, so it is a property. So BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Reason: diagonals of a square bisect the opposite angle. Diagonal of a square bisects the opposite angles. That properties you write, then only you will get marks. Otherwise you will prove. Otherwise you will prove it. Diagonals of a square like this, you will prove this is equal to this, and this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle by alternate interior angles. So BD bisect angle B. You can apply like this, or you write the theorem. Okay, so that's all for today. You have finished. Next lecture we will meet you again. Thanks.